What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Greg, Bad Newz Aldana, OG Krump King in the game. I'm one of the vets right now. I've been crumping since, 2002, 2003. Crews that I've been a part of, to be honest, is just the 818, News Fam, and Foundation. How did I first find out about Krump? I found out about Krump through watching a DVD called Shake City. That's when I first saw Hurricanes, Tsunami, tie-dyes, etc. And I had a dance crew that I was flowing with already, but we didn't understand what we were doing. We were just at parties kind of going crazy, you know what I mean? And we fell into this DVD and we're all watching it in my living room, and that's when I ended up meeting Prissy and tie-dyes and everybody, but I found out through a DVD of called Shake City. First person to teach me, I didn't have a teacher. Yeah, I actually didn't have a teacher. I was doing this in the party scene out here in the 818 area. As I was doing it out in the 818 area, they heard about me because I was like this killer guy doing this thing or whatever, but I had no idea what I was doing. I was never in a studio, never in a dance session, like a real session. But this crew called the Dream Team heard about me, and that's where the original Lil Rowdy Eyes was from the Krump Kings. So he heard about me, he came with the Dream Team, and I threw a session at my house, and all 7 of them, or 8 of them, came to battle me. And that's where pretty much I got killed off. They took me under their wing, and so shout out to Lil Rowdy. They took me under their wing, they started training me, but I was just like a prospect in their crew. I didn't understand what was going on. Within 2 months, I got to battle at Battle Night and went straight to San Bernardino to battle at Battle Night. And yeah, that's how I got my name, that's how I did my thing, but I was never under anyone. I was just the little homie in the crew, you know what I mean? Dream Team is the one that gave me my Krump name. When I was getting trained by everyone, I was learning so quick that it got to a point where I was becoming better or just as good as everyone else. So at that point, it was pretty much, if they battled me, it's like, oh, it's Bad Newz, right? That's where it came up. But in the OG days, your name had to mean something. So Bad is pretty much the negative and past tense of my life, and Newz is like the positive and upcoming. So that's how I structured it, and that's how I keep it. So whenever something negative happens, I leave it in the past, and that's pretty much the bad stuff that happens, and then Newz is just the blowing up. Newz is all over the world, weather, the whole 9. Something dramatic happens, that could be bad, but something also positive can happen, and you can explode in life. So that's right. Well, I'm a big battle head. That's always been a thing of mine, So I've won plenty of battles, from World of Dance to Hip Hop Internationals to plenty of Krump, battles back in the days, the whole 9. But my biggest achievement, to be quite honest, is being one of the first Latin Krumpers and to start the Latin community in Krump. So now that it's in Latin America, it's just, and actually the 818 where we're at right now. Come on, look. Hey, it's me, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's me, baby. So yeah, one of my biggest achievements, if we want to bring it up for real, is probably the 818 session. I'm the one that pressed different cities to come to life at the 818 because it's mutual grounds. Back then it was, you come to my city, 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 and it's like, oh, well, I don't want to battle your city, I'll lose, or I don't want to go to your hood, come to my hood. But 818 was always mutual grounds because you had Lancaster an hour away that way, but you had San Diego an hour away that way, and it was pretty difficult, for people to actually want to go to those sides. So, 818's mutual grounds. I don't think there's going to be a harder battle than tie-dyes, but to be quite honest, the hardest battles, I think, is the one where you're pressed to your limits, You're pressed to where you can't think, you don't know what's going to happen, but the only thing you can do is feel. And you find every part of you and the energy that you have in order to feel to what's supposed to come next, you know what I mean? So when you're pressed to the point where you don't know where the stamina is coming from, I think that's a big achievement, I think that's a big big competition within yourself. So I don't think I specifically have battled anybody that's like, that's the one or that's the one. Because in Krump, you're tested all the time. It's anyone's game, anyone can lose, So I think it's those that can press me to my highest limits. I think that's the answer. My goals. I like that one. I think is obviously to continue to help the movement grow. But I have a feeling like it's Latin America that's next, you know, to earn their stripes and to earn their respect. And I really want to continue to teach there and bring them together to become more part of the movement universally. So I think that's one of my biggest goals right now, is to bring more of the Latin krumpers into the game. I want to give a big shout out to Costa Rica, because they getting off right now. I see y'all keep putting in work, keep killing off, and keep coming together. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, I want to give a big shout out to all my OGs, Prissy, Little C, Chaz, Big Miho, Slayer, you know what I'm saying, Enforcer, etc. I want to give a big shout out to y'all for continuing to do what you do individually, even if it's outside of Krump, but it's purposely for the movement in general and for the youth. So big shout out to all y'all kings and queens. I'm out. Let me stand up.